In this video, we're going to be talking about recession-proof grants and income and how to find recession-proof grants. Let's get started. Hey everyone, I'm Rinde from AskRinde, and welcome to the #1 community for real estate, income, and credit. So if you'd like to know more about recession-proof grants and income, how to find recession-proof grants, and 5 recession-proof income sources, make sure you watch the video to the end and leave a comment below if you need help with anything. With new variants coming up, federal aid ending, and the pandemic recovery slowly underway, it's important to be recession ready regardless of the outcome. And one of the best ways to do that is to be in the right type of business, a recession-proof income generating business. As a small business, it's important to have 3 things to be recession-proof: consistent sales, grants, and business credit. All 3 working together at the same time. It doesn't matter if you're a realtor or investor like myself, a storefront owner, a small business owner, an entrepreneur, a consultant, or a coach. You need sales, which will help you get grants, and both which will help you get business credit, real business credit, and lines of credit. Now, I've survived several recessions and went on to build a 7-figure business and several 6-figure businesses. So I know what it takes to get grants and be recession-proof, so that no matter what happens with the economy, you are secure. So these are 5 recession-proof income sources where you can also get grants. Number 1, rent-to-own real estate. This is one of the best businesses that you can establish, and the potential is solidly recession-proof. So rent-to-own is the concept of leasing or renting a property with the option to buy it at a later date. So I am in multiple 6 figures today because of rent-to-own, and I bought and sold a lot of nice properties and beautiful homes via rent-to-own. So the benefits of this recession-proof business are too numerous to list, but they include multiple profit options. So you actually have more than one profit center on a rent-to-own deal. And if rent-to-own is set up and done correctly, you have done your job in the beginning to mitigate issues and you having to deal with problems down the line. So when your rent-to-own deals are set up properly and you have the right contracts, you have the right systems in place, and you have the right structure to your rent-to-own transaction, you're actually going to be recession-proof on all of these deals. This is one of the best businesses that I've seen and been involved with, being in real estate for over 20 years now. And one of the great things about rent-to-own is that it pairs you with grants. So you're able to get grants on the front end, and there are also ways to be able to get grants for your company on the back end. And as we're seeing, rents are at an all-time high and is showing no signs of slowing down. We're actually at one of the highest parts of the rental market in history, and they're outpacing sales on a daily basis. So this is a great time to actually be in this recession-proof business, having a recession-proof rent-to-own business. And we teach you how to set up a recession-proof rent-to-own business in our rent-to-own masterclass, where we give you the right contracts, we give you the right systems, we give you the right structure and the right setup that can set you up to buy nice homes now without any banks or credit. So if you'd like to know more about how to set up a recession-proof rent-to-own business, make sure you actually join us for our rent-to-own masterclass by going to my website, AskRinde.com, clicking on rent-to-own, and getting started today. Number 2, insurance. So insurance is one of the most recession-proof industries. And that is because no matter what happens in the economy, you always will need insurance. Everything is insured, from homes to cars to sports stadiums to supermarkets to hospitals to factories to malls to planes, etc. The list goes on and on. Anything and everything must be insured. So as we saw with the pandemic, insurance plays a vital part and still does in our everyday lives. From health insurance to death and life insurance to auto insurance, travel insurance, shipping and courier insurance, retail, commercial, the list goes on and on. In our everyday lives, insurance is weaved in. So it's actually a recession-proof business that you cannot do without. Ironically, with this business, there's also parallels to grants, and if you know how to properly set up your business, you can actually get a recession-proof insurance business that pairs with grants. Number 3, digital marketing. So digital marketing is a recession-proof income source and business because it helps small businesses generate sales, whether that be through consultation, ad campaigns, marketing, design, planning, strategy. The list goes on and on. Every small business needs to know how to be able to reach its customers, define its customers, and generate sales consistently. And digital marketing actually does this in a finite and streamlined way when you're working with the right digital marketers. So for example, we have a digital marketing agency, and we help small businesses specifically with content marketing, which is our niche and specialty. Now, because we're also a grant source, we're able to help them locate free grants and free money for their businesses. Now, this is a win-win all around because as we serve them, we're also locating and sourcing grants for our own business. And there are grants available for digital marketing companies. And there are many arms and facets to digital marketing and different services that you can offer as a digital marketer. The great thing about this recession-proof income source is the fact that you can actually parallel and pair with grants as you move along and build your business. Number 4, franchises. So franchises are a recession-proof income source because it's literally a business in a box. It's a completely done-for-you concept because they have the history, they have the established brand, they've done the research, they have the customer profiles, they have the site analysis, they have the projections, and most importantly, they have the forecasted levels of cash flow that the business will need to generate income consistently. So you literally just plug and go with a franchise. So I've seen this firsthand as one of our network members acquired a franchise a little before the pandemic for less than $10,000. And since then has built that operation into well into the 6 figures. And throughout the entire pandemic, they were busy with banks and also doctors' offices. So they never stopped and they were completely recession-proof throughout the entire pandemic. Now, there are franchises for everything, but in order to be recession-proof and get grants, you have to choose the right one. So there are franchises for cleaning, tax services, sidewalk repair, senior care, movers, signage, appliance repair, and there are even franchises for bird feed. And there are many restaurant franchises, so choosing the right ones would align you with being both recession-proof and also getting grants. Number 5, traveling nurses. So traveling nurses are a recession-proof income source because as we saw during the pandemic, they were a vital part in helping to save lives and also manage the crisis. Many medical centers were short-staffed as people actually succumbed to the pandemic, and also others were overwhelmed with just too much workload, and they needed people to come in that had expertise from other regions and other cities, and they actually flooded these areas to be able to help not only save lives but to actually make a difference in taking the workload off of some of these overworked doctors and staff. So traveling nurses are a crucial part in these times that we're in, not only because of their medical expertise but because they're transient. They're able to go where they're needed, whether it's nationally or even internationally in some cases. And they have experience in the OR, they have experience in the emergency room, they have experience in all parts of the hospital, and they can actually lend a helping hand to save lives. So they will always be in demand both locally and whatever regions they were assigned to. So I actually have traveling nurses that are clients, and I know personally some that were able to actually pay off their entire houses by what they earned during the pandemic. So although it comes with risks, it's also very rewarding financially and otherwise because they're saving lives. And there is a way to pair grants with traveling nurses, which makes it a very lucrative field. So these industries are a good start, and this is how you find recession-proof grants, by first locating recession-proof industries. So we've actually recently released our annual recession-proof grants report, where we actually show you our top recession-proof industries and income sources. And most importantly, we show you how to find recession-proof grants. You can get access to this report by actually joining us for our Grants Masterclass that is now open. You can join our Masterclass by going to my website, AskRinde.com, clicking on Grants, and getting started today. This is where we show you in our recession-proof module how to find recession-proof grants and income sources so that no matter what happens with the economy, you're going to be stable and your family will be situated for years to come. So we look forward to seeing you inside our Grants Masterclass. You can start today by simply going to my website, AskRinde.com, clicking on Grants, and getting started today. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. You can also email me. My email address is AskRindeNetwork@gmail.com. I look forward to seeing you guys on the next video. Until next time, thank you so much for watching.